Not played it yet. Loved it. Ooh. Hello gamers and gamer readers, welcome to the new year. And I have a question for you. Did you remember E3 2014? Do you remember the badassery of the Far Cry 4 trailer? Do you remember how much that host really did not like the Footloose remake? Because I do, and I was so stoked for a new Far Cry game because I absolutely fell in love with the last one. The trailer made it look glorious. Closer to the time, the TV advertisements made it look glorious. But, gamers and gamer readers, is that gloriousness truly realised? I think you and I should head to the Himalayas for a while and put it to the test. Oh baby. The first thing that strikes you when you begin to play Far Cry 4, well, apart from the clash, we're gonna tear shit up, are the visuals. They are outstanding. This is the best looking game I've played so far on the PS4. I would go as far as to say it's even on par with The Last of Us Remastered. Yeah, you could even quote me on that. They marry the use of cutscenes and gameplay beautifully. Both are graphically as good as each other, and there's no distinct lack in quality when you resume to gameplay. Especially at the start of the game, when I had just entered this magnificent world, I would find myself not progressing through the story, but simply ambling through the serene environments, gazing at the gargantuan mountains, peaceful rivers, grassy plains. This is a great example of next-gen consoles using their full potential and really displaying what amazingly realistic, yet almost dreamlike scenery they can create. The draw distance expands as far as the eye can see and doesn't lose texture or blur out, not that I've noticed anyway. It makes the environment seem huge. You truly are exploring the massive country of Kyrat. Honestly, just look at that vastness. Awesome. And that water effect, pristine. Let's be honest here, I could single out 98% of the graphics in this game and compliment them to high heaven, but I think you get the gist. A lot of the mechanics are identical to its predecessor, however, the new installment has included a variety of aspects to help jazz up the gameplay, like grapple hooks, using bait to let ferocious tigers rip apart your enemies for you, and riding around on freaking elephants. Yeah, kill Stampede! Kill them all! I did unfortunately feel a little overpowered though, if that wasn't already obvious by my elephant rampage. I maxed out my experience points approximately halfway through the campaign due to exploring a lot of side missions and collectibles along the way, so this meant I wasn't really inspired to keep searching for the masks or karma wheels or proper posters because there was no reward, unless collecting trophies is your thing, but to me that would have just been a waste of time. I found the controls varied and accessible, especially if you're used to playing Far Cry 3. There are numerous ways of going about killing your foes as opposed to simply running in and shooting anything that moves. You're also forced to consider stealth options during missions whereby you mustn't get detected. Let me tell you, your hunting bow will be your absolute best mate. Driving controls on the other hand, they suck complete ass. You use the right analog stick for everything. Yeah, everything. Accelerating, reversing, cornering. It's so slippery and messy and just a bit blah. But that's easy to get over when you have bloody paragliders. Whee! Hunting is another aspect I really liked. The fur on the animals is so detailed and realistic that you almost don't want to kill them. Until the swarm of wolves or honey badgers come along, then it's less and more yeah, I'll punch a wolf in the face, what of it? Yeah, I'll teabag a honey badger, what of it? This isn't a game for Peter, that's for sure. I've lost track the amount of times people go on about eagles though. Honestly, before playing this game, I never knew that eagles were such bloodthirsty cretins. Oh, the more you know, eh?
Can I... What did I do to deserve this?
However, in an open world game this large, you're going to come across a few problemos. It's pretty glitch filled, and whilst nothing is game breaking, like say, oh I don't know, Ubisoft, Watch Dogs' main mission with T-Bone maybe, it does break the immersion factor slightly. The storyline is a bit meh. Although it's less of a choose good or evil path that Far Cry 3 went down, and it truly does blur the boundaries between who is the antagonist here, I find it a little bit disappointing. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail here because it is a recent release and I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but if you are a fan of plot and narrative within your games, you may find yourself a little bit like, oh, right, okay. Personally, I didn't connect with it so much, so I'm just putting it out there. You might not do that. That being said, the characterization of Pagan Min is splendid. Can we expect anything else from Troy Baker though?
Get out of control. I hate when things get out of control.
I thought he was badass ever since the trailer released at E3 and have continued to adore him throughout playing Far Cry 4. He's actually way cooler than the guy you actually control, Ajay, who basically has the exact same voice acting and aesthetics as the dude from its predecessor, and everyone I've spoken to wants the option to pair up with Pagan. This is quite interesting. You're not really sure if the bad guy is actually all he's being portrayed to be. Good and evil is in all sides. Even if the game is pointing you in a direction to do one thing, morally it could be wrong. Very Bioshocky commentary there. So, with the solo campaign mode covered, time to put my Christmas present of an extra controller to use and slam some couch co-op with my friend. Come on, Stripes. Time to play some PlayStation with your friend Lucy. Stripes, you can't even hold it, you're such a what? Where the fuck is local co-op? I was banking on there being an option for this due to Far Cry 3 doing it brilliantly. Another DualShock was on my Christmas list basically for this game, but it doesn't fucking exist. This is scary. The fact that next-gen games and devs don't even seem to be bothering with couch co-op concerns me. Yes, I know it will make players more inclined to purchase an online subscription to be able to play multiplayer with their friends, but in my opinion, that's fucking bogus. It's a shooter, for crying out loud. How hard would it be to implement split screen? Some of my best memories in gaming have been playing them whilst beside my friend or a family member, and to have that slowly be stripped from the gaming experience really sucks. Perhaps online multi is great, and I could be mistaking this for the best inclusion of online ever, but I'd rather just kick back old school and chill with a friend who's actually physically in my surrounding area. All by myself, don't wanna be all by myself anymore. I personally paid the full £50 price tag a few days after its release. The banished local co-op will forever agitate me, but perhaps that's something that next-gen console users just have to deal with now. As for replayability, I don't really see myself ploughing another 40 hours into the game just to achieve another outcome because I looked them up on YouTube. I did have some stickles with this game, but by God, is it addicting, beautiful, and an absolute joy to play. Therefore, Far Cry 4 achieves the status of HALE. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope I've convinced you that Far Cry 4 isn't a Far Cry bore. Adios, gamers and gamer readers. And I'm gonna kill some eagles, cause there's always so many eagles. Oh no, it's actually Pagan Min. And I got a headshot there. Who is shooting at me now? You little bitch. Hey! You just gotta let me know. Should I kill some more eagles? Wow, this is really a pretty game.